we came out on the short end, and that's disappointing because I really thought we had a chance to win this game. We played to win at the end. I went for 2 because I believe it's the only way you learn to win is you play to win.
And unfortunately, though, it didn't work. They didn't get the win. Julie Donaldson, Santana, Moss. It was a difficult loss to accept because of that failed 2-point conversion. It could have been absolutely genius had it have worked. Tana, let's sit there. If you're in that locker room and you're on this team and you see your coach going for it, do you like that he tried?
I mean, regardless of how I'm feeling about the situation, because I'm sure as a player I probably wouldn't feel the same way he's feeling, but I got to go with coach. I got to go out here now, and being that I'm an offensive guy, 9 times out of 10, I will be in that play. So regardless of how I'm feeling emotionally, I have to go out there and make another play and try to win this game.
All right, but your good thing is you're not in that locker room now. You're right here with me. So sitting here as an analyst now, what do you think about him going?
Heck no, man. Let's go out here. Our defense went out here and gave these guys an offer. They didn't do anything on offense the whole entire second half. Let's kick this field goal, this extra point, and go into overtime. I'm going to bet on us winning in overtime because I felt that we had the momentum.
And the other thing I think going into that as well is we did. They were moving the ball. They had the long drives. They went down there. And yes, Kyle Allen had that turn the ball over, which the Giants scored on, which really you're thinking like, okay, the game's entirely off here. But he manages to put that beside him, go march down the field, gets the ball to Cam Sims. We were so excited to see Cam in the end zone. It was the first time he got there. He has been back on the practice squad, on the team, on special teams, trying to get in on offense and have an impact. Finally does. And then all of a sudden, with the failed 2-point conversion, it's just the air leaves the room. It leaves the stadium, leaves wherever you were at, it was gone. But when you look at Kyle Allen, do you think he could have run that in? Do you think there was an opening for that?
I've heard people on different, radio outlets saying that, man, maybe he should have just ran. He gave himself up last week, how they grading or how they calling, penalties these days on quarterbacks. Try to get that. No. He saw what I saw. I was sitting on my couch and I saw it. Blatant, it was there. It was basically Peppers and a linebacker there that was going to beat him to that point. So he tried, he thought about it. He said, no, I'm not so sure about that. Let me see if one of these guys can get open. So he did the best he can do. One of the things about, having those 2-point conversions, you have to have the best play design known to man. Those things are not a given. So people think that's because you're so close to the goal line that it should just be a walk-in. No, you have to have the best play design to man. And we didn't have that. So I'm not so, hard on the quarterback not making the right play or not making the play at all or the coach going for it. Yeah, let's do all that. But make sure we have the best play. Let's have our total arsenal in the game to give us the best chance to win it.
And there just wasn't anybody open on that. You saw Terry McLaurin fighting for it. You saw Cam Sims basically almost just stepped out of bounds. Didn't seem to be engaged in that as well. It does result in a failed 2-point conversion and a loss. But if we're going to look at some of the positives of Kyle Allen, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. So let's break them down. This is the read progression presented by FedEx Delivery Manager. First one, we have Kyle Allen in the red zone, and he finds Logan Thomas, the tight end.
This is just football one-on-one. Let's make a mismatch with our big tight end, split him out wide on a smaller DB, and throw the ball in the bucket. Nice play by both of those guys.
Yeah, he's only 5'11". Thomas is 6'6", has the advantage there even when he goes up for it. Second one, 2nd and 10 at the Giants 22. Allen goes to Cam Sims.
Look, let's be honest. I thought I was basically in this game. I say 89 catching the bomb like that on the Giants. Nice play by Cam Sims. Nice route, but nicer ball thrown by Kyle Allen.
I love it. So excited to see him get his touchdown. 8 different receivers did have a catch in this one, so they spread it around as well. But what about the defense? We're going to talk about that when we come back here on the game. We're giving a game ball, and we're taking some back as well.
COVID changed everything. More demands on students, parents, educators. But there was a $4 billion education shortfall in Maryland even before COVID. We have a lot to do for our kids. Close the digital divide, provide opportunities to pursue vocational and technical education, and hire more qualified teachers. Question 2 will put millions into Maryland schools using revenue from sports betting. I know it won't solve every problem, but a yes vote will help our Maryland schools.
This is London Fletcher. Join me in supporting the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration's Red Ribbon Week and National Prescription Drug Take Back Day. Talk to your loved ones about drug misuse, participate in drug prevention and education activities, and take the pledge to be drug-free. Then on Saturday, October 24th, clean out your medicine cabinet of unused, unwanted, expired prescription drugs to take part in National Prescription Drug Take Back Day. Visit DEATakeback.com to find a collection site near you.
Free healthcare, hundreds to more than $1,000 per month in disability compensation, and tens of thousands for college tuition. These are just some of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs benefits that may be available to veterans. VA is focused on customer service like never before. Choose VA and see why veterans' trust in VA reached an all-time high. Claim the benefits you've earned at choose.va.gov.
Welcome back to the game. Time for our Sunday Spotlight presented by BDO. These are the stats. Ryan Kerrigan, he got a sack in this game. He now has 12 and a half career sacks against the Giants. That is tied for fifth most all time. 93 career sacks for him. That is the most in franchise history. Didn't really play much, but when he did, he was very effective. Only 7 snaps total in the game. He would have liked to have a little bit more against Daniel Jones. That offensive line will give up a lot of pressures. He's under a lot of pressure, but he does get the ball out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was questioning that the entire game, like why I'm not seeing more sacks from us, just knowing what our defensive front can do. But you have to give them credit too, because they knew coming into the game that we're not going to let this affect us. So you saw Daniel get out there and use his wheels a couple of times, but more than that, he was getting the ball out of his hands often, early and often.
They held him to under 20 points in this game, but they also let up a lot of big plays.
Yeah, they had, but one of the things about that, I've been on plenty of teams where I've heard the coordinators tell them, look, we may bend, but that's not break. And that's what our defense did. They bent a lot. They gave them a lot, but when it was time to put their backs against the wall in the red zone, they stood tall. So that's one of the things you have to do. You have to do that to be a good team. And our defense played that way yesterday. They really went out there and, to me, had a performance to give us a chance to win.
When the Giants were in the red zone, they were 0-3. So Washington held their own at the goal line there. And what I really loved in this, too, is Kendall Fuller getting that interception in the red zone as well.
The ball don't lie. We have a saying. Ball don't lie. The play before that, Kendall Fuller read the play. I mean, he jumped the route, and clearly the ball was behind the receiver. They called pass interference. And the next play, he go out there and make an interception. So that just goes to show you, man, the football gods is on our side.
If we're going to give out a game ball,
yeah,
and you don't do this in losses, but we can do whatever we want. It's our show. We can write the rules. Who would you give it to?
Holcomb and Fuller. Holcomb came back his first game since week 1. Led the team in tackles. He flew around. Look, this kid was a guy that we harped on last year about. He couldn't cover him, but he had 100+ tackles in his first season. But he went out there and did his thing. And I have to give it to Kendall. Kendall's been a difference maker every week. This guy's leading the league in picks right now. He had 4 picks on the season, and he's just a difference maker. He makes plays, come to him.
I would add to that, DeShazier Everett. He came in here, had his opportunities. He started for Troy Apke, as Apke has been struggling a little bit with his ankles and tackling, and DeShazier's he's not afraid to tackle. They say he brings a certain tenacity, aggressive when he's out there as well. He's got to watch necessarily how he hits and where he hits, but I love to see him take advantage of those opportunities and getting on out there. If we're going to take one away,
I'm sorry, I got to take it from Ron. River Ron, I'm with you when the play works and we going for it. The third downs, the fourth downs, all that stuff. The 2-point conversion, I was with you too, because I have to be with you because you decided to go for it. But when it doesn't work, I have to, that's on you. And I'm pretty sure as a head coach, he would say the same thing. Look, hey, I went for it because I feel like I trusted these guys to go out and make a play. But when they fail, he has to take the blame. So I would take my ball back, but I'm pretty sure he'll make up for it.
I think you've given him some before as well, so you can take it away. I would take it back from Dustin Hopkins. Love you to death, Dustin, but you got to be able to connect on those. He's missed some that are really costly to this team that would have made a big difference. When we come back, it is Dallas week. We're going to talk about the Cowboys and one Cowboy killer. You're watching The Game, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. This fall, find adventure in a new Honda.
The landscape has changed, and not for the last time. The rules of business are being reinvented with a more flexible workforce, by embracing innovation, by looking not only at current opportunities, but ahead to future ones. Resilience is the ability to pivot again and again for whatever happens next.
People who know BDO.
COVID changed everything. More demands on students, parents, educators. But there was a $4 billion education shortfall in Maryland even before COVID. We have a lot to do for our kids. Close the digital divide, provide opportunities to pursue vocational and technical education, and hire more qualified teachers. Question 2 will put millions into Maryland schools using revenue from sports betting. I know it won't solve every problem, but a yes vote will help our Maryland schools.
Don't let the comfort fool you. Don't let the attention to detail lead you to believe that a Honda is a delicate machine. You'd be wrong. Underneath every surface that carries a Honda badge, there has always been the capacity to amaze. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline.
FanDuel's new Best Ball Leagues make it easy to play season-long fantasy. Draft once and FanDuel will optimize your lineup each week. But to make it even easier,
what's up, Jeff?
We hired head coach Jeff Fisher to help Tony on game days.
I've studied the matchups, I've adjusted for bye weeks and injuries, and I'm making paella.
But I'm allergic to shellfish.
You know I can't make it without shrimp.
Thank you, Jeff. You're doing a great job.
FanDuel's Best Ball. There's no easier way to play season-long fantasy. Leagues start at $1. Make your first deposit and get a bonus worth up to $500.
Gosh, my favorite football memory, I think I have to pick one from kind of every phase of football. So for me, certainly in high school, being able to win the championship with my teammates, being out there on the field. We got to play at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego and to be out there and to win it. What was amazing to put so much into that. And fast forward to college at Utah, for us to kind of break down the BCS and to go to the Fiesta Bowl and be the first school that did that wasn't in a major conference was something that was really special. The same kind of thing that a bunch of guys really invested in one dream and we were able to make it happen. In the NFL, gosh, I've had so many great moments. Certainly the playoff game when I was in San Francisco against New Orleans is one that was very memorable, coming down to the end as a crazy game. Certainly winning the playoff game in Kansas City when I was there, it was something as well that hadn't been done in so long, so it was special to do. And then, this past Sunday as well, something that maybe the biggest challenge of my life from a professional level, and to be able to go out there and take a snap again was something that meant a lot, and I look forward to building on it.
That was Alex Smith with his all-time favorite football memory. It is the best seat in the house, presented by Comcast Xfinity. So it is Cowboys week. Time to beat Dallas. They will be coming to town. What do they need to be able to do? Dak Prescott is out. Andy Dalton, though, capable of being able to run the offense.
I mean, a lot of folks don't give Andy Dalton enough credit, man. This guy played with the Bengals. Now, let's be honest, the Bengals. And he went out there and put up some great numbers. They also saw a lot of playoff appearances while he was their quarterback. So let's not take him lightly. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays this week. But I know that we have to just be prepared that he can sling that ball around, and he has a lot of weapons on the outside. CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, and you have Cooper. And so,
making me jealous.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. We can't take no one lightly, so we have to bring it to Dalton just like we would bring it to anybody else.
One of the good things is they do give up a lot of points, so we'll see if the offense can take advantage of the defense. But like you always say, on any given Sunday, you cannot look past any given team. I don't care, even the winless team, as the Giants just got the victory. Look, you're known to be the Cowboy Killer.
Cowboy Killer.
Do you have a favorite game or memory against Dallas? Why do you get up and perform so well against them?
I don't know. I was just thrown into the situation. First game, second game of my whole time being here as a Skin. I just got here in 05. We played them week 2, and we did nothing. We did crap. And I went out there and won the game for us with 2 back-to-back touchdowns. So now I'm throwing the Cowboy killer, and the next time we saw the Cowboys, every time we saw the Cowboys, they made sure that 89 had an integral role in the game plan. So I never just got up for those guys. It was that the coaching staff depended on me more, so to say, and I hated it because I wanted to be that guy that you depend on for all 16
So you don't
games.
think they did that for the other games? It was just the Cowboys?
No, it was just the Cowboys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's like, look, I used to see the game plan. I'm like, why I'm not getting that many, plays going my way? And then Cowboy week, 89, you ready? They come in there, they make sure I'm ready at Cowboy week. But it's one of those things. I mean, when you have, when you make the plays that I made against that team, you have to make sure that guy is gonna, be able to do it again. And fortunately, I was able to do it over and over and over again. So
yes, you did. You had, let's see here, 19 games, 91 receptions, over 1,200 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So there you go. Can you suit up on Sunday?
I'm ready. I'm gonna have to ask Cam for that number though. Hey, Cam, can I get it?
Right. For you, I'm sure for one special game they could give that up, but he does plan on getting to the end zone more often. We'll see if that happens. Thanks for joining us on The Game. For Santana Moss, I'm Julie Donaldson. You can catch the entire Unfiltered series, all of our shows on YouTube and our website. We'll see you next time.